Hello, this is Skylit Lake reading Super Science by That Chicken Dude. Chapter 27, When Villains Attack, Part 5. Die! Bakugo shouted as he blasted a villain in the face as a group of 3 ran through the facility. Izuku huffed and puffed as he tried to keep up with his more physically fit guard. Even Egon was faster than him due to his crazy long legs. He wiped the sweat from his brow and said with stress, "I hope we can get to the creature division in time." The final door came in the building, and Bakugo blasted down a welded shut blast door that ended up crushing 5 villains behind it. They ran through and got to the areas where the scientists and hero students were giving a signal. They came to a garage door that Egon threw up and called, "Please tell me you're all alive." Behind the door was Professor Cephalopod and Genus alongside the children safe and sound, with a bunch of dead or unconscious villains. "Don't worry, Professor Egon, we're good, and all thanks to these young heroes," Genus told him while motioning to the young heroes who looked scraped up. "Maybe for you, but I'm still missing all my damn limbs," Cephalopod angrily shouted as his limbs were bandaged up. "They'll grow back," Genus tried to assure him with a nervous smile. "In several months," he shot back. Egon sighed in relief and proclaimed, "Oh, thank the gods. We have to get to the paddocks, then to the chemical division," he told them straight after. The professor looked at one another and asked, "Chemical division? What's in the padlocks?" one of the students asked. "Oh, you'll see," Izuku answered vaguely as he ran off to a different part of the wing. Soon, the other heroes joined him as he crossed through an open garage door that entered another empty oval-shaped room with another garage door in it. There, they found the young scientist pushing buttons on a console directly next to it. Before any of them could ask what he was doing, green lights showed and the garage doors raised while releasing a cold breeze into the room that made everyone shiver. Then Gammoth strolled out of her room and trumpeted to announce her arrival. All the teens stood back from the huge creature as it walked out, completely ignoring the kids. Izuku then quickly walked in front of the animal and its eyes locked down on him. Gammoth raised her trunk and used it to stroke and feel the boy's face, making him stroke it back in return. As they're having this moment, no one noticed how Bakugo was trying to put as much distance between him and the animal as possible, and Gammoth was keeping an eye on the teen, grumbling as he moved away. "I forgot about the woolly mammoth," Juzo started nonchalantly. "I can't believe you did." Manga shot back at him, his head turned into a question mark and an exclamation point. But before Izuku and Gammoth could enjoy the moment, he got a call, and picking it up, he heard the hasty voice of Egon exclaiming, "Izuku, he's coming your way. Brace yourself." Izuku's eyes widened and Jiro asked, "Who's coming?" Suddenly the sound of something running at max speed and hitting every possible thing along the way was heard down the open doorway, and people started to move to the side with an impending sense of doom. "Torchwick," Izuku drones out as a pony-sized dragon came barreling through the hall and straight towards Izuku. He stood firm and grounded with his hands as he shouted, Calm down, boy. Stay. Heal. Don't. But he didn't get another chance to speak as the dragon leaped at him from 20 feet away and knocked him to the ground. Do this, he groaned out in pain as the dragon kicked his face. While Torchwick was attacking Izuku with love, everyone was standing around him in shock at what they saw until one person stated the obvious and asked, "Is that a freaking dragon?" "Yeah, he is," Izuku answered while trying to push his face away. "How, when, why?" Ida asked in that order. "Science, 2 weeks ago, and discovery," Izuku answered in the same order as Gameth pulled the dragon off him. Before he could question more, Izuku put his hand and proclaimed, "No more questions. We have to get to the chemical division." Getting to the next division wing was far easier since not only did they have a small army on their side, but they also had Gameth, who only had to stick in the front and bulldoze down anyone who was bold or stupid enough to try and get in her way. Izuku, surprisingly enough, was the one next to Gameth, and the first one to enter the wing and get to Honeylemon's signal. He threw open the locker door with his super strength. Izuku called out, "Honeylemon, are you?" Before he could finish, Honeylemon came right out in front of him and wrapped him in a hug while exclaiming, "Alive? Yes, I'm so glad to see you, Izuku." She then realized what she was doing and put him down while fixing herself and acting more formal. "Oh, I mean Dr. Midoriya." "Doctor?" everyone asked upon hearing this. "Doctor," Izuku confirmed before getting on track and saying seriously, "But we don't have time for any explanation. Honeylemon, we need your skills." She then stood straight and, with a mock salute, replied, "You can count on me. What do you need?" "I need something that can either destroy or weaken reinforced concrete," he told her specifically. Honeylemon clapped her hands and ran off while saying, "I have just the thing. Wait a second." While this was happening, a small group of students with Professor Egon were trying to break out of the facility through a wall with the help of Gameth, who was having no such luck. Not even Torchwick's fire breath did anything but blacken the wall. "Come on, can't you break through one wall?" Tokagage yelled at the animal who glared at her. "She's an animal, not a wrecking ball. Give her some credit," Coda told her off, even if she was stressed. "Have no fear, Professor Honeylemon is here with the solution," the peppy professor said as she came into the room with several small golf-sized gel balls of strange colour. The woman then proceeded to throw the gel ball at the walls, where they expanded twice their splash radius and bubbled like some sort of chemical before changing colours twice. Once the solution appeared to stop, Honeylemon commanded, "Alright, Gameth, now charge!" Gameth trumpeted widely and charged at the wall. This time, it broke all the way through. The wall crumbled like paper, and Gameth trumpeted triumphantly. "Everyone, go, 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 go!" Egon commands as all the young heroes and scientists rush out of the new hole in the wall. Egon picks up his phone, dials a number, and says when the other end is picked up, "Nezu, we just got the students out. How are you doing?" "I just managed to punch through whatever it was that was blocking communications. I've sent out several distress calls. Backup should arrive soon, and it looks like there's just a few minutes left in your security system reboot," Nezu reported. "Thank goodness," Egon breathed a sigh of relief. "I also got the security cameras up and running, and I hate to say it, but things are not looking good for our heroes. This made Professor's hair stand on end. In all the excitement of escaping and getting the kids out, he forgot about the heroes, the villain's leader, and that monster. That monster is far stronger than we thought. I think they're on their last ropes, Nezu admitted. I hope help gets here sooner rather than later. I'll have Izuku send Egon begins to tell him his plan before trailing off. Nezu notices the one-way silence and says, "Professor?" Egon looks around for a bit and then asks the dissipating crowds, "Where's Izuku and Torchwick?" "Oh no, don't tell me," he says while looking towards the inside of the building. Gameth also seemed to realize what happened, and she turned tail and charged back inside. Egon, who dropped his phone with Nezu still on the line, ran up after the mammoth and called out, "Gameth, wait!" Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is only one chapter because chapter 28 is very long, almost double the previous chapter. So I had to split it up unless you wanted like a 1 hour plus video. And if you guys do want that, please comment below because I'm not sure. I might get out a poll and eventually release some maybe 10 chapters worth of content. Probably like chapter 1 to 10 or 1 to 20 as one giant video, because I know some people like to download the videos to watch it instead of using data to watch it, especially when they're out and about. I know I do that a lot. Anyways, I love the responses to Torchwick being revealed. It's kind of funny how they did it. Also, they did the whole villain attack kind of well. I kind of like it. So yeah.